I attended the wedding of my son, whom I raised as a single father, but my nameplate said, low-educated fake dad. I stood there in my borrowed suit, the one my neighbor let me use because I couldn't afford to rent one. The ballroom was massive, crystal chandeliers, a cake taller than me. Everything screamed money, money I never had. I raised Andrew alone since he was 3. His mom left us for some lawyer she met at a conference. Didn't even fight for custody, so it was just me and him. I fixed toilets during the day, delivered groceries at night. We ate a lot of ramen, a lot of peanut butter sandwiches, but I never let him go hungry. Never missed a parent-teacher conference, even if I had to leave work early and lose pay. And now, here we were, his wedding day. I walked to the family table looking for my seat, and that's when I saw it, my nameplate, father of the groom. But underneath, someone had written in gold pen, low-educated fake dad. I froze, then I heard the laughter. The bride's side of the family. Her father, some retired university dean, was barely hiding his grin. Her mother whispered something to the woman next to her, and they both looked at me and laughed. One of the cousins pointed and said loud enough for me to hear, "Well, what did you expect? He fixes toilets for a living." My face went hot. My hands started shaking. I looked around for Andrew. He was across the room, smiling for photos with his new in-laws. He hadn't seen the nameplate. He didn't know. I couldn't stay. I couldn't stand there and be their joke. I turned to leave, but before I could take a step, a hand grabbed mine. It was Andrew. He looked at me with this expression I couldn't read. Serious, almost angry, but not at me. "Dad," he said quietly, "let's go home." "Andrew, it's your wedding. Let's go home." The music stopped. The DJ looked confused. Guests turned to stare. Andrew looked at his bride, then at her family, and said, loud enough for the entire ballroom to hear, "You all just made the biggest mistake of your lives." He didn't explain, didn't argue, just took my arm and walked me out into the cold night. The car ride was silent, just the hum of the engine and the city lights passing by. Andrew's hands gripped the steering wheel tight. His jaw was clenched. We pulled up to my apartment, the same one I raised him in, the same one I still lived in, even though he'd offered to help me move somewhere nicer a dozen times. As I unlocked the door, he finally spoke. "Dad, I saw it." I stopped. "The nameplate. I saw it before you did. I was standing by the DJ booth watching. I wanted to see if they'd really do it." I turned around, confused. "Then why didn't you stop them?" His eyes were hard, cold, "Because I needed to know. I needed to know if they'd humiliate you on the most important day of my life. The man who raised me, the man who sacrificed everything." He pulled out his phone and handed it to me. It was a video, recorded from across the room. The bride's father handing a gold pen to one of the cousins, both of them laughing. Her mother saying, "Trailer trash walking among us." And then, the worst part, Andrew's bride, nodding, smiling, saying, "That plumber guy? He's just a formality. My real family is here." My stomach dropped. Andrew took the phone back. His voice was calm, too calm. "Dad, I never told you this, but I didn't sign the prenup." I blinked. "You didn't?" He shook his head. "Her father begged me to, offered to invest in my startup if I signed, but by then, I didn't need his money. I'd already built something, quietly, with a friend from college, a tech security firm. We stayed small on purpose, kept it under the radar." He paused, looked me dead in the eyes. "Last year, we got acquired. I made more money in that deal than their entire family is worth. I just never told anyone. I kept living simple, driving my old car, staying in my small apartment because I didn't want to draw attention." My mouth went dry. Andrew opened his laptop, started typing. They thought they were marrying some grateful fool, someone they could mold, control, someone who'd be lucky to have them. His fingers moved fast across the keyboard. "But I've been playing my own game, Dad. For months, I've been quietly buying shares in her family's company through shell accounts. Westbourne Hospitality Group, their hotels, their restaurants, all bleeding money, by the way." He turned the screen toward me. "Ownership documents, financial reports. Tomorrow morning, they're going to wake up and realize I own 51% of their business, controlling interest. And the first thing I'm doing," he looked at me, and for the first time that night, he smiled, "renaming the entire company after you."